Yes, people. What's happening? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video. First things first, guys, make sure you smash a like and make sure you subscribe if you're new around here. 20 subscribers away from 6K now. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so. And let's dive into today's video. And guys, it's going to be a little Chelsea news video today. I don't do an awful lot of these, but overnight and first thing this morning, quite a lot of Chelsea news has come out. So I'm going to be rounding it up and giving my thoughts on everything that's happened. But let's start with the breaking news then regarding Chelsea midfield player Carney Chukwuemeka. Now, obviously, I was at the game against West Ham on Sunday. Everyone, we all saw Chukwuemeka, great goals. I mean, a really good game. A strong start to the season, strong pre-season. Goes down with a really serious-looking knee injury. The video of him barely being able to walk after the game, leaving the stadium. But it's come out this morning, statement released on Chelsea's website saying that Chukwuemeka has undergone surgery into his left knee against West Ham and is expected to only be out for 6 weeks. Now, that's a lot better than we were expecting. Myself and I think many other Chelsea fans were probably expecting months and months on the sidelines. I mean, it's 6 weeks out. I mean, I guess that means 6 weeks out until training again. Could probably be 2 months until he plays again. But as far as, this goes and as far as, the news we were expecting compared to the news that we got, this is positive news for Chelsea. I guess it's good, bad news if that's even such a thing. But look, it's a huge blow for us with obviously Nkunku already out. Chukwuemeka had really stepped into that number 10 role really nicely, having a great season so far, done really well, finally getting his chance and showing how good a footballer he is, getting his first goal for the club. And then, I don't know what it is, Chelsea and injuries just seems to be just an absolute match made in hell. I mean, you can't believe it. We've still got Badiashile out. You've got Wesley Fofana out with an ACL. You've got Nkunku out until January. You add, obviously, Carney Chukwuemeka to this list as well. And, we're lucky that there's a couple of international breaks in September and October. So, actually, he's probably only going to miss around 6 to 8 Premier League games. Obviously, it's 6 to 8 Premier League games too many for our liking, but it's not as bad as it could have been. But I don't understand why Chelsea are picking up so many injuries. I don't understand in general why there have been so many injuries at the start of this Premier League seasons and serious injuries as well, not just like out for a couple of weeks, multiple months on the sidelines. Chelsea have just got no luck at the moment, it seems, with injuries. And this injury now, we needed to go into the market anyway, but it's going to have to force us to go into the market and get some more attacking players in. But Chukwuemeka, really feel sorry for him, gutted for him. He was finally getting his chance in the team, showing how good a player he is. And ultimately, we just don't have the luck. And he's out for 6 weeks minimum. So I wouldn't expect him to play again for 2 months, end of August. I'd expect him back again maybe end of October time. But it's important we don't rush it. And it's important that we let players, I'd rather us be overly cautious and make sure we're absolutely ready to come back rather than rushing players back and they break down again, which we have seen a number of times over the past couple of years. But it's really important to realise, guys, and not put the pressure on Chukwuemeka and people to think that, oh, he's going to be the missing piece of the puzzle when he comes back, because he wasn't the missing piece of the puzzle so far. And he's not going to be the missing piece when he comes back from injury either. He's a young player who's done very well, has a very good start to the season, and can play an important part in the Chelsea squad. But out for 6 weeks, more bad news for Chelsea in that regard, but it's not as bad as it could have been. So I wish, obviously, Chukwuemeka a speedy recovery. Hopefully, his place in the side is not going to be forgotten about, and other players come in and it's like, oh well, where's Carney going to play now? We have to go and resolve this issue in the market. But let's hope he recovers well. Let's hope he comes back and hits the ground running again like he has done at the start of this season. But disappointing news nonetheless that Chukwuemeka will be out for 6 weeks, guys. Moving into other news, obviously, we know that Chelsea have been submitting bids for Petrovic, the New England Revolution goalkeeper. And last night that was confirmed. Here we go from Fabrizio Romano. Medical to take place Wednesday. So tomorrow, medical to take place. And Georgia Petrovic will sign on Wednesday as new Chelsea player. A 7-year contract, death row settings for Chelsea, as we always do, until 2030. Told it will include an option for 1 more year as well. So an 8-year deal potentially. $17.5 million fixed fee, 2.2 million add-ons to New England Revolution. And that's subsequently been confirmed in pounds. It's £15.5 million total package, with just under £14 million being paid up front. And the fee eclipses the £14 million total package that Chelsea paid for Gabriel Slonina, which means it's a record sale for an MLS goalkeeper. So Chelsea now hold the 2 highest sales for MLS goalkeepers. Now, I'm not sure if the MLS is a good hunting ground for goalkeepers necessarily, but Chelsea certainly seem to think that in Slonina and Petrovic, that, you know, there's two very good goalkeepers there. Maybe we're seeing something that no one else is seeing. I'm trying to think of goalkeeping exports from America that have done well. I guess Matt Turner, who was at Arsenal but is now at Nottingham Forest, would be one that springs to mind. And I'll be honest, look, for £15 million just about for a number 2 goalkeeper, someone who a lot of MLS writers and a lot of people that follow the MLS, you know, apparently he is a top 5 goalkeeper in the MLS, one of the best there. And a lot of people thinking he can go on and displace Robert Sanchez. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't know enough about him to say that. But I think for the money we're paying for a number 2 goalkeeper, someone that's young, hungry, to come in and, you know, find his feet, won't be a first choice straight away, learn, get new to the surroundings, play in a few cup games, and let's see how this guy develops. Maybe he could displace Robert Sanchez, who knows? But I think for the price, as I said, and, you know, the way the market is right now, this looks like a very smart signing, a smart pickup. Like Slonina, who's a little bit rawer, this guy's got a lot more experience, and I think he's ready for that step up. But it's a smart pickup, it's smart business, and it's a sort of business that we've been crying out for Chelsea to do for a number of years now. It's very hard to find sort of a number 2 goalkeeper for a cheap price, and one that's also good. Obviously, clear 1 and 2 is fine, but you also want the number 2 to not be a complete disaster and be a massive drop off from the number 1. And I think here, this is what we've probably got in this situation. And, you know, for the way the market is with prices nowadays, I think this is a really good deal. And I'm looking forward to seeing how he does. Again, I'll have to do some more research on the player and find out a bit more about him. But smart business from Chelsea, a good pickup. And yeah, really pleased to see the club moving fast on this one and getting the deal done quickly. So yeah, let's wait and see what happens with Petrovic. But yeah, excited to see what he's like. And yeah, one of the best goalkeepers in the MLS. Let's see if he can make that step up to the Premier League. In other news as well, guys, we obviously had Lewis Hall's move to Newcastle, which has been done for a while now. We've had the official confirmation of that this morning. So that's also good news as well. No two ways about it. Lewis Hall completing his loan move to Newcastle United. Again, it was a little bit of a strange one, that, because we've been waiting quite a while for the news on Lewis Hall to sort of officially come through, and now it is finally here. He's obviously been pictured in the Newcastle kit, a few quotes and all that, which I'll show you guys now. So Newcastle confirmed Lewis Hall has joined from Chelsea on a long loan with obligation to buy based on performance-related criteria. I guess appearances, maybe assists, goals, not all those sort of things. Lewis Hall saying, "I'm very proud. Me and my family are Newcastle fans. It's a big club and I can't wait to get started." Ben Jacobs adding that the obligation is to buy a set at 28 million plus 7 million add-ons, and Chelsea also had a healthy sell-on clause. A deal that suited all parties. Strong fee for Chelsea, workable structure for Newcastle due to FFP. And this is key here. Lewis Hall was keen on the move despite only days before signing a new long-term deal with Chelsea. Do you know what? I wish him all the best. You know, really exciting, promising young player. I would have liked him to have stuck around, but such is football, such is the way things go in the transfer market nowadays. And this is probably going to be a better opportunity for him to get more minutes in his career. So fair enough. The only discrepancies is that on Chelsea's statement, it says that it's an option to buy, whereas on Newcastle, it says an obligation, and everywhere it's being reported as an obligation, but the Chelsea statement is referring to it as an option. I think it's clear that Lewis Hall's gone on loan, means he can't play against us this season, so that's good news. But yeah, Chelsea saying an option, everywhere else saying an obligation. So I'm not sure they made a typo or they just don't quite understand what the difference is. Who knows? But we knew this deal was done, but we've now had the official announcement. All the details or the final details of the deal were completed last night. So Lewis Hall is now a Newcastle player, season loan with an obligation to buy for £28 million based on performance-related criteria. So it's as good as a permanent deal, and that deal will get done. So yeah, Lewis Hall is finally unveiled and announced as a Newcastle United player, guys. And that's another £28 million in the bank for Chelsea. I just wanted to round out with the last thing, and these following Balogun links don't seem to be going anywhere at this point in time, people. They seem to be getting a little bit stronger. Now confirmed by the Evening Standard, Simon Collins and Nizar Kinsella. Chelsea have sounded Arsenal out over a move for following Balogun. At this moment, it's Monaco who are leading the race and held the most talks with Arsenal over a deal for Balogun. Now, we had the secret scout saying that Chelsea had held talks with Balogun's representatives. Now, look, I like following Balogun. I think he's a good player. Young forward, scored a lot of goals on loan in Reims, France last season. But I feel that Chelsea need a Giroud type attacker. We need someone that's experienced and going to come in and knows how to put the ball in the back of the net. I cannot understand. I'm really struggling to understand this Balogun stuff, especially for £50 million plus, when we've already got a young striker who we want to nurture and develop in Nicholas Jackson. We've also got another one who Pochettino wants to give a chance and has faith in Amanda Broja, not to mention the likes of Datro Fofana, David Washington as well. How many young strikers do we just want to accumulate and have on the books at the club? Look, I'm not saying that Balogun's not a good player, but 50 million quid, I'm sure that can be better spent elsewhere, potentially on a more experienced option. So, yeah, I'm not sure if this is the right route for Chelsea to go down. I understand, he's young, he's exciting, he's got an eye for goal, but he's going to be another one that would need time and wouldn't come in and instantly, guarantee putting the ball in the back of the net. And it would be another young striker, same age, another long-term contract, you would imagine. And what does that mean for the likes of Nicholas Jackson? Who do we develop then? Are we developing all of these guys? I think we need a more experienced option, a Giroud type, as I said, to come in and do the job, provide an alternative rotation option with Nicholas Jackson and someone that's, going to be here for a few years, potentially. But the question is, who is that guy? And that is the big problem. But following Balogun, I don't dislike him. I think he's a good player and I wouldn't be against us signing him, but it just wouldn't make sense because we've already got so many young strikers on the books. And I think for 50 million quid that's being quoted, Arsenal will be difficult to do business with. They'd ramp up the price knowing it's us. Yeah, I'm just not too sure on this one. I'll be perfectly honest. But I mean, let's wait and see how it develops. I can't really think of many other options out there in the market in terms of experienced strikers, ones that aren't going to cost a lot of money. So let's hope that the scouting network, the recruitment department and stuff have got something up their sleeve because we desperately need it. But yeah, guys, that is the little roundup of the Chelsea news. Make sure you leave your thoughts in the comments below, whether you agree or disagree with anything I've said. Make sure you smash like, hit that subscribe button now. We've got about 20 subscribers to go to the 6K. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, as I said. And guys, I will catch you again in another video soon. Take care, up the Chelsea, and peace out, people.